What up, my YouTubers? This is Gabi from Team DeathNote. We are here because we are trying to reach a certain level. 300 subscribers, guys. Yes, 300 subscribers. You guys have actually been very awesome, very great. We love the feedback. You guys are showing much love. So for this giveaway, we are giving out a playset of Gohan BCC. Yes, a very, very big playset of Gohan, and your own very playset of Bardock from the BCC packs as well. We're also giving out this little nifty deck box that you have to build it yourself. It's from Vanguard, but you know it's sealed. I had it a long time, so I said, hey, why not give it away? And a box of Dragon Shield sleeves, full brand new sleeves. So yes, hit that subscribe button. If you guys have any friends over there that has not subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button now for the Team DeathNote to be in this giveaway. 300. Peace out. So we're back over here. First of all, I would just like to say we're doing a great job. Thank you guys, everybody who has been subscribing. I truly thank you. I am just here to wish you guys well. Have a happy new year. I hope your new year's actually come in with a better type of prospect. Whatever you guys are trying to strive, your new goals for the new year, I hope it actually gets accomplished. So now let's go to this Mecha Frieza deck that we have over here. So this is the draft leader Bionic Strike Mecha Frieza. For you guys that don't know, his ability is that when you use an extra card, you have the options to take one life and reduce its cost by 1. So if you're going to use, let's say, Cold Bloodlust, you don't have to tap 1 energy to actually activate the Cold Bloodlust, because his effect actually nulls the 1 cost and the cost that if it's less than 1, so 0, you don't have to pay the specified cost, so you don't have to pay the 1. It actually becomes free. He's a 10k body, and at 4 life or less, you can awaken him, and he becomes Bionic Strike Mecha Frieza. 15k body attacker. Same ability as the ability on the front side. The only thing that changes is that instead of reducing the cost by 1, it's reduced by 2. And if the cost becomes 0, you don't have to pay the specified cost. So on your awakened state, you can actually do objection for no cost at all. Just the cost of taking a life. So he's a self-awakening leader. Now, we have this deck built this way. I've already tried different type of plays, different type of builds, so you guys can see there's actually a couple of plays on the channel of mine, me versus Mecha Frieza versus Mecha Frieza. So there's a mirror match, there's one against Cell, and we're going to be posting up a couple of them. So this deck is what, well, not this deck, this leader, it has become a part of the meta. He's a great leader, so you guys know every leader that can self-awaken is actually very good in the format of DBS, because your opponent now, if he stalls you out, you can still awaken yourself. So you can draw those 2 cards, and every turn, instead of swinging for 10, you'll swing for 15, and you get to actually draw a card. So that's pluses. That's why self-awakening leaders are very good. Now, going towards what the deck is. The deck is somewhat aggressive. Not somewhat. It will end your life. We are running 2 Cooler Blood of the Tyrant Clan. He's a 30k attacker, cost of 7, has double strike, and the effect that is a activate main, so you could do it on your main, is not an auto. That you can remove from play one of your battle cards, and you can go through your through your drop area, and you can look for a battle card that is Frieza Clan or Frieza Clan or other cooler from your drop area and play it, except for Cooler's Armor Squadron. So okay, so this was going on. This guy, he's a 30k beater. If you don't have nobody out there and you're trying to push for the win, you just can play him onto the battle area, swing for 30,000 double strike, just try to boost him up, going for the win. If that doesn't happen, you can actually remove himself, get yourself from the drop area another Mecha Frieza, so he comes out and he will be dual attacking with double strike. Or you could get yourself one of him if you have another battle card on the field, so you can return a card to your hand and you can attack for 25,000 double strike. That's actually very good because he actually rests 2 of your opponent battle cards. So that means if they have a 5K out there like Majin Buu's or the Goku's or whatever, so they can combo with, he makes it where they cannot combo with anymore. Or if they have 2 to 3 blockers, you attack, they might block, and then you put you remove him from play, or remove any other of your battle cards from play, and you get to rest up to 2 of their battle cards. So he's a good ender. I'm not gonna lie to you. The dude pushes for the win. We have 3 of the Returning Ever Golden Frieza, 25k attack. I will explain his effect. When he hits the battle area, you get to choose one of your battle cards, put it back to your hand, and your opponent chooses, you choose one of your opponent's battle card and you put them at the bottom of the deck, except the cards that's underneath him. So if it's like Cell or any card that evolves or Union Absorb, the top card goes to the bottom of the deck, all the rest of the cards go into the drop area. So if you don't have another battle card out there, don't worry about it, because you can actually put himself back to hand. He's just a removal. If you haven't noticed, we are not running Beerus in the deck, because to me, he is like your Beerus. Beerus, his ability only goes off when you're at 5 energy as well. So he removes, and he removes as well. This guy right here, he's kind of like the bread and butter of the deck. He's the one that adds like the ultimate pressure in this deck. Mecha Frieza, the Returning Terror. If you guys don't know, this card, when he gets played out there, you can discard a card from hand, and he gets the ability that you choose 2 of your opponent's battle cards that are in rest mode, and you can KO them. It doesn't matter what size they are, it doesn't matter who they are, except that they have the effect saying that they can be KO'd by an opponent's battle card, like the size 4 Whis, then he cannot remove them, or if they're indestructible. But he's still a very, very awesome card, because right in mid-game, also, this deck is fast. So your mid-game is kind of like early game if you get the objections, because you're moving so fast and you're drawing so many cards and you're doing things for free and you're getting cards to your hand from your life and you're awakening earlier than what your opponent is. So you actually get a very, very big advantage over him. So this guy, he has pressure, especially if you start to call him out early game. You swing on him once, restand him. Next turn, you call out that you play another one of him, and you have 4 attacks. 15, 15, then 15 double strike, 15 double strike, plus the 15 from the leader, and and you might have a couple of him because you already comboed with the dude. So it's just a lot of 15s going on in the deck. And when you really force your opponent to discard 1 5k, discard 1 5k for every attack, is actually very good because you're thinning out his resources. You're making him dump cards from hand that he does not want to dump from hand. And this is how we do it, guys. 4 energy booster Majin Buu, because you need some type of drawing power. It's a blue-yellow deck. And Majin Buu is good because he goes out there, you draw 1 card, he stays there for defensive reasoning or for attack reasoning at the end of the day. 4 of the destructive Occupation Frieza, because he's a size 3, but to me he's a size 1 in this deck, because when you combo with him, after the combo he hits the battle area and rest. So it's if it's actually a defensive play that your opponent swings at your leader. Let's say it's one of the people. Okay, let's say he attacks and he combos with a destructive Feathering Champa, just 20k double strike early game. It could be his turn 1. You can actually combo with him, put him up to 20, combo with a 5k, make him 25, and he hits the field. So stuff is very good. You get an early 15k out there swinging at your opponent just to create more pressure. For the Dorias, because let's face it, a 10k draw card at 4 is actually needed in this game. 4, Ginyu Force Goldo. Goldo, it's actually here. Goldo is very good in the deck because all those little funny cards that your opponent has out there, like the other Majin Buus for the mirror matches, the other cards that are 1-drops, he actually gets to rest them. So if they have a Goldo, you just Goldo his Goldo, they go into rest mode, you attack him with the Mecha Frieza, and you get rid of the cards. So he rests a 2 or lower if your leader is a Frieza army, which we are. 2 Sun Goten, Family of Justice, just for those matches that you're going up against green, they have an Android 16 out there. 16 is very, very much of a problem to this deck, to any deck really. That you know, because when you attack with your battle cards and they block with the 16, they usually boost because they don't want him because they don't want to lose their blocker, since he has revenge and the effect that when he KOs a card, he restands to block again. So he actually becomes very annoying. There's also for those cell players. The opponent calls out a size 3 cell. You can actually cold bloodlust him. He won't get his effect. So during your turn, you attack, combo with him, pop the size 3 cell, and then they feel like, oh man. 2 battering lasers, because battering lasers is good for when you're pushing for the win. They're trying to negate. You battering laser them. You can negate their negate. For the mirror matches as well, when you're trying to push for the win, they might bloodlust you or they might crusher ball you. You battering laser them, hoping that they don't have another battering laser and you can actually finish off the game. 4 Monakas. Monaka here in this deck, very good combined with this leader. I have not seen an extra card that actually works better with the Bionic Strike Mecha Frieza. And this deck, Monaka, works extremely, extremely good, up to the point where you activate this extra card and you activate the effect of Mecha Frieza, which instead of instead of tapping 1 energy, you can take 1 life away from you. And then his effect is that he gives your leader double strike and you draw a card. So you're drawing 2 off of him. The card becomes kind of like a pot of greed if you guys are a Yu-Gi-Oh player out there. Card is very, very important. Must need to be ran at 4. 4 Sensu Beans, because Sensu Beans is just so OP. The deck, if you haven't noticed, since you're taking life, you have to have some type of defense mechanism in the game, and Sensu Bean goes out there just for that. If you don't have any energy to tap, don't worry about it. This deck actually works without any energies tapped out there or untapped, because this deck, it feeds off so much of the extra cards that's not even funny. So up to the point where you can make your extra cards basically for free. You could just tap out. Your opponent doesn't know what you have in hand. You might have a Bloodlust. You might have a Crusher Ball. You might have a Sensu Bean. You might have a Whis Corrosion to negate the attacks. And the funny thing about the Whis Corrosion and the Sensu Beans is that you're untapped. You do Sensu Bean, activate his effect. You untap 2, and you get a card from your life in the 5,000 without actually tapping. So he becomes an ultimate untapper. Same thing with the Whis Corrosion. You have nothing out there to tap to activate the Whis Corrosion. You use his effect. You get to draw a card, negate the attack, especially if the attack was like a double strike or a critical. Instead of you taking the critical hit, just use the Whis Corrosion to negate that critical. So instead of losing the critical into the drop area, it actually goes back to your hand. So that's plus, and then on top of that, you can untap 1. So if they swing again, you might have a 10k blocker in hand that you have to pay 1 of, and you can pay 1 of for him right away, and he hits the field. So this is why this deck actually works very good. Objection. I put Objection down to 3. I have mixed feelings of that card being at 4, just for the simple fact that you draw a lot. I understand that if you want to have the objection ratio up to 4, so you can see the card more times, it's okay. But the only reason why I dropped them down to 3, because I felt like Crusher Ball needed to be in the deck, because there's just so many cards and so many different type of plays and so many different type of dual attackers out there that I just feel that you need a little bit more of defense mechanism, and also because Crusher Ball works really good with the Mecha Frieza, because he gets to KO 2 of your opponent's rested cards. So let's say if your opponent plays out there one of those big dudes like Trunks or whoever you want to call it, Beerus, you could just Crusher Ball him, and then you go into the Mecha Frieza and you KO his dudes. So Crusher Ball is actually very good. Saved me games in a couple of while. So yeah, guys, and Cold Bloodlust, because he gets to erase all the opponent's techs. Even if they further in Destruction Chomper with that card, they do not gain the double strike. They still gain the 10,000 because of the combo. But Cold Bloodlust is just so broken. To me, it needs to be ran at 4. And where you can, in a deck where you can actually do free Bloodlust, where you can do just Bloodlust at all, and then on top of that for free, becomes very broken. So the leader is actually a very good leader. You can play aggressively, you can play defensively. I've seen so many different styles of this deck already. You can switch them up with so many different colors: red, blue, green, yellow. The leader becomes very good, and I actually see that this leader has great potential in the future. Different cards coming out, different extra cards that do different stuff that this guy can actually do it for free. So you can even actually run a red extra card, a red negate in this deck without playing no type of reds. And you can negate for free. You take a life and you untap one of your rested battle cards. Put them right back to active mode. So this one makes the dude somewhat broken. The dude is actually very good. There's a good leader. So yeah, guys, this is my version of the Bionic Strike Mecha Frieza. Just let me know what you guys think. Do you guys have any type of opinions? Cards that I should take out, cards that I shouldn't take out, cards that I should be playing? Just let me know. Please comment, like, and subscribe down below. This is Gabi from Team DeathNote. Peace out.
Que lo que es fortuna